2022
yeah
sifika la uqala umuntu esambamba ehamba negangi no 3
yeah
babu laba ohamba nabo
bakwetshwa
bakhwetshwa bona sebakhwetshwa wena waphuma wena okay waba nenhlanhla ukuthi uphumile uphume endini wena
waphuma ngawo
2023
yeah
bona bakhwetshwa bona laba
yeah
group yokuqala sinale video yeni sifika la eSanibop
yeah
lalela ke ndoda uzongisiza ngokuthi ungitshele iqiniso
yeah
yes akazi umuntu wafika la ekhaya waphuma engaphuma ngiqinisa yes unenhlanhla nje ukuthi uyaphila kufanele ngaba uphili wena yes ungakubuka nje bona manje khona uzoyenza
hayi
yeyizwa lento okay ibhamu lezi zizothuweza ba
ibhamu lezi ezo2 ezethu ba
ezeni nino ba
nomasandi
nino masandi
yeah
umasandi uvela kumasandi
umasandi uyena lesenze naye
iliphi icala emlenzeli
sibulale umndeni wakangcobo
ubulaleni nomndeni wangcobo
lesaka namhlanje
mfumbuko namhlanje
ngomgqibelo ngathi
ngentatha zalesonto
ngentatha
ngabo 2 ubuhamba noba
hamba nawo umasandi
benisuka
umasandi ukuthi uyihlale naye ndawonye
benisuka
sisuka endlini
ngaba
la eqashe khona umasandi
ngihleli noba
abekade sina sobabili
ngomtshela iqiniso lonke yes ngifuna ukwazi into eyenza ukuthi ngigcine nibabulala nokuthi niye lapha beniyokwenzani la
kahle lapha
okay asiqale la nisuke noma sandi ngoba ikhathi
ngithi bekulapho nje ko past 2 to 3
bengakahlala ukuthi ungena lapha
kodwa nje bekuya lapho
ngoba khona i-alarm ekhalile lapha efonini nayithatha ngithi
i-alarm ekhalile into kwakhala ngazi noma ePakistan lapho
ipanic lipreselethi ipanic sasa-respond
yeah
kodwa u2 ushayisene ikhona lapha
yeah
beniyokwenzani
kahle into naye sasiyobabulala ba
aniyobabulala niyobulala ba
ungcobo nomkakhe
nibabulalile ungcobo nomkakhe ubani udubulele
mina
unidubule ba
mina ngidubule unkosikazi
umdubula ngani
ngidubule nge9
9
yeah
le noma khazina ba u2 star
iyona ke lebulala ungcobo le
yiphe ebulele
Shashe besiphethe ibhamu ezahlukene baba.
Siphe esinye isibhamu ngoba ibhamu zo 38 ne9 siphe sesithathu.
Lesi sithathu ke lesi kasithathile uskilash.
Sithathu uskilash leso sibhamu.
Yeah.
Isona sibhamu sibulele leso.
Yeah.
Lesi sinye esingale la sibulalanga sona.
Sibulele naso.
Sibulele. Okay, ngicela ukwazi ukuthi uphethe ini isibhamu.
Ngiphethe i9 i16.
I16.
Yeah.
Lesiyana ke esinoma khazina ba u2 besiphethe ba.
Besiphethe umasandi.
Okay. Ubani obulela umama?
Mina.
Wena?
Yeah.
Okay. Umbulalele kuphi umama? Kuphi nendawo?
Besila ngasecontainer.
Kade nithi akanothi?
Yeah.
Sekwazi lokho?
Yeah.
La press panic.
Press panic but
Sa respond nabaleka.
Akahle ayikuyafana ukuthi sibalekile kodwa nje ngoba bese isikhathi bese sesile.
Lalela ke baba. Benithunywa baba kwenza le nto.
Kahle umuntu ade sithumile uskilash la.
Uskilash?
Yeah.
Uthi nibabulalelana?
Uthi ubethe babulala ngosimo sokuthi bakhompyutha nabo.
Bakhompyutha nabo kwini?
Yeah, eyitolo.
Uskilash nesitolo?
Wena sisitolo sawa baba. Yeah.
Ngizubula ubale igama la Shabalala, ubani uShabalala?
Shabalala unomzana wakhona ngale maqeleni onekali.
Unekali?
Yeah, unekali.
Ungena phi kule case uShabalala?
Unekali unanesitolo.
Ungena phi uShabalala la?
Futhi uShabalala uyena wakhipha isibhamu baba.
uShabalala?
Yeah. Wasinika uskilash.
uShabalala ubefuna kwenzeke naye lento?
Yeah.
Wena ukwazela blog?
Ngoba namhlanje izolo futhi uphinde wamfonela embuzo ukuthi angabe kuhambe kanjani uskilash wayesetsha ukuthi hayi yonke into ihambe kahle.
Benikhona nini?
Bekade sikhona thina.
Wathi xoxelele. uSkilash uyena osenidayisa ufuna nibulawe yena. Sifuna ukumthulisa ngamanye amazwi.
Obvious angiphela manje akasafuna ungena enkingeni.
Angithi yazi?
Ngikuzwa kahle.
Yona ithi yazi?
Ngikuzwa.
Mina sengizwile ukuthi uSkilash ufuna ukunibulala nini uSkilash.
Sethu
Ngoba usenisebenzisile.
Yeah.
Nibe nenhlanhla ukuthi nibanjwe ithina ngoba kube kufika abanye benizobulawa. Lisala lingaziyo iqiniso sikwenzeleni.
Yeah.
Yabizwa ngithini kwena? Mina ngizokukhombisa ama-WhatsApp messages askilash.
Greetings, everyone. I hope you are fine. I hope you are doing well. For my audience who might not have understood what this man had to say, I will try by all means to summarize everything in less than a minute. The man you see here on the screen is probably a hitman, and he was caught by probably a security company. Then he started confessing. In his confession, it seems as if this man has disappeared a certain family. In other words, him and his friends, or him and his friend disappeared a certain family. In other words, they were hired by another man or a group of men to disappear a certain family. And unfortunately, that mission was executed successfully. A man was disappeared together with his wife. Why they disappeared this man? Why they were hired to disappear this man and his wife? It's probably because of a business competition, because now this family was competing with the guys who probably hired them to disappear that particular family. This is painful. This is very painful because it seems as if we are moving backwards instead of moving forward. I don't want to talk about other races. I just want to talk about black people or black community, what is happening amongst black people in a black society, especially when it comes to business. The reason I say it seems as if we are moving backwards is because we are not doing anything to empower our businesses. Then at the end of the day, we end up being jealous, and jealousy will always lead to other sins. The moment you become jealous, then that jealousy might result in doing other sins. And this is what they did. They ended up disappearing this other family because of a competition. So black people in general, not all, but I've realized that the other thing that we fear the most is the competition. We don't want to compete because you want to sell your products to your customers, because if you start a business, then you are going to engage with customers, or there are customers who will start buying from you. But now when a competitor pops up and they take your customers, yes, it doesn't feel good. But here is the thing. The first alternative that comes in our minds is to disappear that particular competitor, or to do something harmful to that particular competitor. There's no way you can just disappear someone like that. For example, if you have an issue, maybe you can maybe consult certain bodies or certain associations here in South Africa that deals with competition, that ensures that competition is fair. That's the only way maybe you can use if you think maybe the competition is not being fair. But there's no way you can just come up with an alternative to say, you know what, let me disappear this person. And again, when it comes to business, we are lazy to improve our businesses. Why? Because in most cases, we sell our products to people who don't have a choice, who don't have an alternative. No matter what, they have to come and buy from us. So that is why the moment a competitor comes, then we become bitter. Instead of improving our businesses or trying to improve our businesses in certain areas, customer service, efficiency, quality, professionalism, and all those things. Instead of focusing on those things, we think of like doing harm to that particular individual. And I believe that because if we look on these big companies, we don't see this thing happening. We don't see this thing happening because they understand how competition works. But the reason we don't care about competition, or the reason we hate competition so much, is because we don't know how to improve our businesses so that we can compete for the very same customer. And I believe that we have to start learning from our competitors, like other businesses. It can be in technology, courier companies like logistic or transportation, and other businesses. They learn from one another. If they see that this other company is taking their clients, they're like, okay, we have to learn how this company is engaging with their clients, so that we can also do the same thing, in our own way to retain our customers or to keep our customers, so that we can keep our businesses moving forward. It's not a nice thing to lose customers, but the problem is that we don't want to invest in knowledge. We don't want to invest in customer service. We don't want to invest because we were taught that you have to like sell your products to people who don't have a choice, to people who don't have an alternative. In other words, in your area or in your society, you want to be the only person who has maybe a supermarket or who has a store or a saloon or something like that. Why? Because we don't like competition. So the moment people start competing with us, we go personal instead of like exploring our minds to say what other initiatives we can do to protect our businesses. This is what other businesses are doing, and that is why they move forward. Because if we are lazy and we're not doing anything, there's no way we can improve even what we have. There's no way we can start opening branches. Why? Because we are stuck in this thing that it's only me who has to run a business in my community or in my society. This is bad. This is bad. This is uncivilized thinking. And we have to hold one another accountable. This is not a good thing at all. We are not going forward, but instead we are moving backwards. Right now, as you speak, if you have a business, you have to know, even before you start a business, you have to know that you are going to have competitors. Many people are going to compete with you. Many people are going to copy what you are doing. In other words, you have to be ready about what to do next if people start competing with you, instead of thinking that maybe you have to disappear them. We have to improve in these areas. So I'm not saying it's not happening amongst other races, but I just want us to hold one another accountable.